Growing up in the 2000s, I spent a lot of my time on YouTube, and recently I've been reflecting on how much that shaped me. When I try to remember the videos I loved the most growing up, there was a solid few years around 2010 where my favorite videos were Machinima. Not the channel for those of you who remember that, but the animations, the stories, and the skits that people made through recording their screens in their favorite video games. Now, in a future video, I want to talk more extensively about the whole culture and world of Machinimas that existed on YouTube when I was a kid. But for tonight, I just wanted to invite y'all in for a viewing of a few videos I found during my most recent dive into old YouTube. So let's start with Roblox. Pretty big part of my life around those same years, though I wanted to keep it interesting. So I'll be sharing the most controversial videos I found during my exploration. In other words, this video is a quick peek at what happens when you give kids the tools to make stories. Some of the stuff they choose to make is but I do admire the fact that, despite needing to figure out how to pirate fraps or unregistered Hypercam 2, if kids have an opportunity to create, they will. They're inspired even if no one is going to watch. Except us, a decade later.
¡Qué vergada! ¡Se me fue el puto internet!
Our first video is titled Roblox Kid Original Old Video by user Miss Chu, posted July 12th, 2012. The video begins with a little girl asking her mom to play outside, and in response, well, I'm not really sure, because the video crops out whatever dialogue the mom had. But it's my assumption that she says something to the effect of, no, you can't go outside. Also, I'm just going to take a nap right now. The scene then immediately turns to night, and the little girl just books it for the door. She stands there in the elevator, silently making angry, happy faces until the elevator drops her off at the bottom. Then she asterisk walks down the road as she tells herself, it's good with that, Mom. And the moment after, she's like pleasantly surprised to have found a movie theater she'd probably have seen from her window before. But after not even 40 paces out, she is already kidnapped by a stranger, decked out in classic 2012 Roblox attire. And trust me, everyone wanted to look like this guy in real life. The next best thing was to give your Roblox guy a chain on his pants. Then it cuts to her duct taped to a chair. She pleads and she is beheaded. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. It's like actually... Yeah. And you get a frame of his desktop. It's like actually kind of... It's disturbing. Oh my God. Why is it a ring? There's like a ring of blood around her. I think it's the low resolution. This is 480. It just makes it like a live leak video. This video is part of a series. There were at least 3 of these things, but the second one seems to be lost. The third is a bit hard to follow. The only thing I want to share from that one is this moment where one of the kids voice acting is clipping the mic really hard. Classic.
He got hurt. Calm down. What do you mean calm down? Please listen to me. You're listening, sweetheart. Rubber caught brother near the park.
Robber caught brother? And we should take a look at some of the comments while we're here. She's not dead, just look at it. There's red blocks on her. She's pretending to be dead so the kidnapper would never know. Am I the only person who's annoyed that we can't see what the mom says in the beginning? Something I'm noticing in the comment section of the videos that I'm looking up to talk about is that like regular people are still using their normal accounts, right? Like they made an account, probably a Gmail back in like 2008, and it's still the account that these people are using today. So you get stuff like this comment. The little girl is mean. He's spleeping. He's spleeping her mom? The little girl is mean. He's spleeping her mom. The little girl is mean. He's spleeping her mom. What is spleeping a thing? Okay, well, thanks for the AI overview. No, spleeping isn't a thing. The little girl is mean. He's spleeping her mom, and she run away. That's what she gets. The little girl is mean. The little girl is what? Okay. Whatever. What I was saying was a lot of people are leaving comments on their original email, and they grow up, and you get these profile pictures, and I don't know. I guess I should like blur out this person's name. With their face too. I don't know what's going to be in the video, but you get accounts like this. The profile picture here is of like an adult woman, I believe in the driver's seat of a car. So I would assume that this woman is an adult by this point, and this is you know, just a comment still attached to her account all these years later. Yeah, so you get comments like this that are just still attached to someone's current YouTube account, some adult that's actually out there in the world, and they're just these little funny comments from when they were 10 years younger, you know, probably like 12, just still sitting here. And I think that's so interesting. Also really funny. You know, another thing I'm there's like a lot of decade-old like little kid comments on here, but a lot of them understand the moral, I guess, of it. Not that it's particularly complicated, but there's a lot of little kids here that are, you know, understanding that you shouldn't like go outside and walk alone at night, stranger danger, and all that. 3 things. 1, is the point of this listen to your parents? Okay. Well, I guess this person... Okay. Well, I guess they were a little confused. Maybe not all of them got it. What I keep coming back to is like, just imagine like being 2 kids on Roblox, and you just download like the demo version of Raps or Unregistered Hypercam 2, and you and your buddy on Roblox, you know, you want to be YouTubers. You want to make machinima, you want to make animation, you want to make your own videos. I remember, you know, wanting to make stuff when I was a kid, but like with something like this, I'm just imagining one kid walking up to the other and being like, dude, I have an idea. Says one of the kids. I have an idea. I'm gonna be the little girl, right? I'm gonna play the little girl, and you're gonna be the kid now. But on the topic of why, I kind of remember being a little kid and experiencing that feeling of being drawn to the macabre or mature topics. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't making this shit, but I feel like we have plenty of examples of this on the internet. Horror in general is pretty popular with kids, from Let's Plays back then to the overwhelming popularity of mascot horror today, which I get isn't actually the scariest or most shocking stuff in the world, but consider the actual subject matter of franchises like Five Nights at Freddy's. Ironically, stuff even worse than this does happen within the lore. I would liken the act of making a video like this to playing with dolls and acting out stories of screaming matches, infidelity, or murder. From that perspective, maybe the kid who made this was able to better process similar acts they hear about in real life. Even looking at the comments, we have quite a few here from 10 years ago that show some kids publicly interpreting the lessons in that video. The symbol monkey in their brain was learning emotions. Wait, was there even a lesson? She just dies. Our next example is Roblox, posted by user Team Banditful on December 17th, 2013. This is what I assume is a school project depicting this random map that happens to have a train and fences on it. There is this, I'll just say guard, that is saying, you will fold, use stuff, and have showers, then get your stuff. Sorry for the rush. I have a feeling they weren't that polite. And the video ends with this slide here, and worst of all, no way out. with this shot of the outer fences. But I don't really agree with that, seeing as we're shown this like 10 seconds before. I think this is the worst part. Been killed by poisonous gas. Oh my god. Go back. It's just so much. Both of these videos have like an insane shot in them. Oh my god. And worst of all, no way out. It looks like there's a way out. The comments here really don't help the video's case. I'll just show a few in rotation on screen for a few seconds. I really can't show all of them because the point here isn't that the events depicted are funny, it's the juxtaposition between material that is so serious combined with the cultural association that Roblox has nowadays. And I myself don't really know if I can say it's in good taste, but it is most likely an assignment for school. We do let teachers just rip it when they read through Huckleberry Finn, so maybe classrooms just have their own pass for this kind of stuff. How do you think they did though, grade-wise? Honestly, judging it as an assignment, I don't really think I'd personally give it too much credit, since there's little writing in it to actually demonstrate knowledge beyond they treated them like dirt. Imagine being a teacher and asking your 12-year-old social studies student to describe the Holocaust, and they just look at you like this and say, horrible conditions. Like, yeah, dude. I was originally going to write a paragraph where I'm a little more charitable to the perspective of the kid here, but I don't particularly want to defend this, so I won't do that. I wonder if the creator still thinks about this, though. Is this the kind of thing you remember doing forever? You know, I'm sure y'all can relate to having that one thing you did as a kid that pops into your head occasionally. The type of thing you gotta do this shit for. But think about being this guy. It'll be their job interview or wedding someday, and at the worst possible moment, their inner monologue will go, oh man, I fucking built Auschwitz in Roblox.
What one is your favorite? Huggy Wuggy Seek, Scary Blue?
So this one is a bit of a roller coaster. I found this video called Sad Story, I Wouldn't Mind, dash Roblox, parenthesis not my video, which was uploaded by someone named Giggly4321 _. This video is actually a re-upload of a Roblox video made by Cuddly Kumi, made in, I believe, 2015. Now, I'll just go ahead and describe what happens in the video for you. But unfortunately, I can't play the music, as is the case with a lot of these videos I watch, since they're filled with copyrighted songs. But this video is set to I Wouldn't Mind by He Is We. I'll flash the lyrics on screen here so you can hopefully picture it as we go through this video, which starts off by showing the birth of our protagonist named Clay. We jump from his birth to him being immediately a few years old. He appears to be a cookie enjoyer, and his mom presented him with cookies at some point in his life. Cut to one day, Clay is playing with his soccer ball somewhere in GM Flatgrass when he encounters a group of kids jumping a girl named Sarah. The bullies are straight up kicking her in the head here and are attempting to rip away her comically sized lollipop. Clay calls the bullies, trying to get them off the girl, and then they start jumping him. Eventually, they get bored and leave, and to return the favor of trying to stick up for her, Sarah shares her iconic red lollipop with Clay here. Then we fade to Clay's birthday. He seems to have a pretty sick setup going on here. Looks like he lives in a big house, and there are at least 8 large gift boxes in frame. I mean, you'd have to imagine this kid's getting a Wii, right? As well as that cake, which for sure has multiple people waiting in it to pop out, but no one does. Day turns to night, and Clay has been sitting here all alone during his birthday. Some people might ask themselves here, where are his parents? And that's a good question. The answer is nowhere. They actually are just gone from the story. Maybe they're in the cake, I don't know. Either way, no one else showed up to Clay's birthday except for Sarah. And she brought Clay a birthday card, and the two play some video games to celebrate. We see the years pass, and the two stick together. They grow older and move out. I believe they graduate from either high school or college in this frame, which I'm just guessing based off of this picture of a cap and scroll that they chose to frame. Fast forward some more time, and they chose to get an even larger print of this stock photo. Anyways, the two have seemed to move out of their apartment and into a larger home. By this point, the two are dating, and Clay has brought home a puppy. They get married. We get a bit of an up moment here. The two are happily painting their nursery. Sarah has a belly, and we know the two are expecting. Side note, clearly you can only represent so much detail in Roblox, especially Roblox in the year 2015, but I like the fact that the creator of the video decided to make sure they put some newspapers down to ensure paint doesn't get onto their floors here. Now onto why I wanted to feature this video. When I said they were having a bit of an up moment, I meant the whole thing. And I want to clarify here, I'm not interested in making light of what the video is actually representing. It's just the fact that we can view the Roblox depiction of it, made by a child in crisp 360p, an incredibly traumatic event being played out by these Roblox characters. Judging by the comments, this video is probably a lot of people's first time even seeing something like this depicted, so don't get me wrong here, I'm not saying this stuff is cringe at all. There's just something to this. The fact that potentially millions of kids first processed that the loss of a child is even possible, and recognizing the grief and pain that comes from that was initiated by this video. You know, real world emotional development that happened in millions of kids' brains, and at the same time, we can recognize that it's a little funny seeing it recreated in Roblox set to, again, I wouldn't mind. As the video continues on, you can see they adopted a kid, and oh yeah, the dog gets hit by a car here. Little Roblox pools of blood appear as the dog drags itself back to the family. By the way, it was chasing a cartoon yellow ball out into the road. We see the dog's last moments as Clay holds him close to his chest. His DC skater shirt, I imagine, is soaked with blood, and here's a frame of dog licking Clay's tears away as he breathes his last breath. A few years pass by. And also, Sarah now has a fatal illness, and also they're now racked with immense medical debt. We see that the transition into living their lives with this news is pretty difficult. Clay turns to alcoholism, still a Roblox video by the way. A friend of Clay has caught on to some of the financial troubles the family is facing, and he has the perfect opportunity for Clay to be able to afford Sarah's treatment. That is joining the military as a private contractor. Next scene, Clay says his goodbyes to his families immediately as the video shows him being sent to the front lines. Oh, his friend is dead, by the way. Clay sits down behind some cover during a particularly brutal firefight, and he pulls out the birthday card given to him by Sarah from when they were kids. That's Clay and Sarah holding hands as stick figures on the left, and then they crossed out a group of stick figures on the right, which are depicting the bullies from earlier. A message reads, "You're my hero." Above that, Clay rests the card on his heart as he charges forward into, okay, so his shit is blown off. Also, here's his tombstone, and if you look closely, the message confirms that Sarah has also passed away too, and they're buried in the same casket. We end on this shot of Sarah's 2-decade-old massive lollipop fully exposed on the grass on top of their grave. Their son and his family, visually very similar to their own, walk away holding hands, hopefully to have the happy ending they couldn't. And I will now give y'all some time to collect yourselves, or to grab a tissue to wipe your tears. So that video has 24 million views on its re-upload. It was watched by many, many people, and to a lot of you, it may seem pretty familiar, if not because you've seen the video already, but because it may look similar to a meme that popped up a few years ago. These videos are made by Roblox, a children's animation YouTube channel, as part of his series called Roblox Life, which is a collection of videos that most often have this family of three, a mom, dad, and son, where the son just gets absolutely shit on by some other character, and then there's sort of a Darman type ending to the episode. I didn't find anything relating the two together, but I believe Roblox Life is likely a product of the YouTube space figuring out that very dramatic plots with, at times, some shocking imagery plays very well in the algorithm, especially in younger audiences. While Sad Story, I found out, is actually based off an older animation called Life Isn't Perfect, which I found out through a second video posted by the original creator pretty recently. She came back a few months ago to react to her old video and gave some additional information. That's where I pulled the characters' names from, Clay and Sarah, though she made these up in that video. Something funny she mentions here is that the reason why the video is no longer on her original channel is because when the video blew up, she was likely just afraid of something happening due to using a copyrighted song in the video.
Hey, they got a home and a puppy. Okay, for the sake of the video, I want to give them a name. I think I should name this one Clay and Sarah, whatever. Okay, but some of you guys have been asking why it was deleted from my channel. Well, to sum it up, I honestly don't know why my younger me deleted the video, and if I'm being honest, it was just dumb. I didn't make great decisions when I was little, but I think it's mainly because of copyright issues, and I probably freaked out and deleted the video, and I don't know why I did that.
Thankfully, someone else thought to save and re-upload the video on their own channel, which is where it's sitting today. Overall, I think it's neat to see the reaction of the video's creator. Unlike the other videos, we get to see their thoughts on what they made all those years ago. If you remember the original video, I'd recommend y'all go check it out. At the time of writing, she's been pinning and replying to comments posted on there. I'll put a link to it in the description. And on what I was saying before, I think this video best embodies that playing with dolls comparison. I could see a lot of kids role-playing this exact scenario with their toys back in 2015, though with culture becoming increasingly online, videos like this were the newest version of that at the time. That's my guess as to why this video left such an impression on people. There are a lot of comments on the re-upload and a few on the creator's reaction video that show a ton of support and nostalgia for Sad Story. It seems that a lot of other people are coming back and revisiting this video at the same time I am, because there's plenty of messages left within just the past few weeks. I would imagine that video takes on a deeper meaning to those who originally watched and cried to it as a kid. To rediscover and remember the way it made you feel and to grieve the loss of your 9 or 10-year-old self must feel complicated in both a happy and sad sense. Really, I think that's a strong point of revisiting these old videos. Despite being a little funny, somewhat off-color, and made using Roblox and Windows Movie Maker, content like this has, by this point, left deep impressions in people, whether that's out of nostalgia or shock. I don't know, who's to say. Regardless, these videos are clearly special to some people in spite of their irreverence, and frankly that's how life goes sometimes. It may not be the most serious or romantic context, but we make memories in art where we can. If that's in the form of old Roblox videos, then that's okay too. Hey y'all, if you're hearing this, then you made it to the end of the video. Either because you liked it, or I'm in another tab right now and you're not actually paying attention. Either way, thanks. This is my first video for the channel, so I'm really hoping for a strong start. So please consider subscribing, liking, or leaving a comment. I promise I'll read them. Smile. Let me know what videos you remember from your childhood or what topics you want me to cover. And again, thanks. Despite being a little funny, somewhat off-color, and made using Roblox and Windows Movie Maker, Gauntlet